Hello, people. All right, let's be real. Let's be real. I want you to say, for those that don't know me, my name is Audrey Codner. I am the owner of ACG Math Tutoring. I have been doing these live videos since February the 2nd. And sometimes I come across some things and I'm like, I'm kind of scared. So the title of today's lesson is, I don't know how to help you. If you don't want to help yourself, I'm a little frightened for a lot of people who are starting to come to me for the TEAS test. A lot of them are coming from the ASVAB. They're coming from GED. Some of them are students that are getting themselves ready for 8th grade, or they're getting ready for high school. People, if you don't understand your multiplication tables, I can't help you. No one can help you. I love you, and this is out of a place of love, because I think no one has really enforced you to do that. If you're going to be a nurse, you can't take your calculator inside the operating room talking about, hold on, let me calculate the dosage. No, you're going to have to learn to put this stuff in your head. You're going to have to learn to do all these things, and it's just start with the multiplication table. You have to start with the multiplication table. Now, I understand in life we don't do a whole lot of solving equations, but we can still use our basic concepts to find these answers. So I had something else planned. Trust me, guys, it takes me a while to plan all this stuff for you. Okay? But if we can't get this, I can't talk about no completing the square. If we can't get through this, I can't sit here and talk about quadratic equations. If we can't get through this, I can't talk about slope. We need to get through this. Come on, my babies. Come on. Let's go. All right. So right here, let's get it. Taking a look, we have negative 3x minus x equals negative 24. Now, the goal when you're solving equations, this is your goal. We need to isolate the variable. The word isolate means keep to a side. That's it. By itself. Okay? Alone. So in order for us to do that, we need to see if we can combine like terms. If you don't see a number here in between the minus sign and the variable, it's assumed to be a 1. The x isn't 1. It's the coefficient, the number that's before the x. That's what's 1. If you think about it, I have 3 M&Ms plus 1 M&M. That will give me 4 M&Ms. So this is what happens when you have negatives. Okay, you owe me $3. For some sick and twisted reason, I loaned you another $1. That means you owe me $4. Okay, do not let society keep you in a hole. I'm not doing that. No. All right. So now we have our negative 24. We're bringing that down. You can't look at these equations as one big whole problem. You got to break it down step by step. So now I want to get negative 4x is equal to negative 24. So negative 4 times something. This doesn't mean negative 4 times equals. No. Okay? I have been tutoring since 8:30 this morning. No. Okay? This is representing an unknown number to make this equation equal, to make that equation into a true statement. So in order for us to figure out what that x is, I have to do what's called the inverse, the opposite. So the opposite of negative 4 times an unknown variable, I have to do division. And I'm dividing by a negative 4. So when I do this, my negative 4 divided by negative 4, anything divided by itself will give me 1. So this is why I just simply bring the x down, because I already know that there is a 1 assumed to be in front of that x. Bringing down my equal sign. We got a negative divided by a negative. People, please, when they are the same, when you're multiplying or dividing, it's always going to be positive, okay? So 24 divided by 4, that gives me 6. So my unknown is 6. Now, I'm at this point, guys. You have friends that you know struggles with math, and they'll probably sit there and tell you, man, bunk on that math stuff, man. I'll be all right. Tell them to get their butts in this live right here, right now, with paper, pen, and pencil, ready to go. Because we're not going to continue on in this society having our powers that be keeping us dumb because they can control us. All right? So I don't know who the us is. If you're with me, we're us. Okay? I don't care color of skin. I don't care about your religion. I don't care about your creed, whatever it is. You need to understand that math is its own language and it is universal. I can go anywhere in the world and I can say 2 times 2. They may put it in a different dialect, maybe a couple clicks or something like that, but they're coming up with the answer of 4. All right? So let's go. Spread the word, okay? We need to get ourselves together. We have to. And I got 4 more sessions today. Sweet baby Jesus, let's go. I laugh to keep from crying because I'm really on the verge of a breakdown. Because if I have to sit down one more time. Whew. All right. So now, if we switch it up, we have 7 equals negative 6n plus 7n. Okay? Negative 6n plus 7n. Always use your equal sign as a barrier. Let's start doing that. Okay? Leave it as a barrier. Okay? Now, look on one side of the equal sign. Do we have like terms to combine? Put a yes and a no. Okay? Don't worry about being late, babe. You're here. Okay? Yes or no? Do we have things to combine? Right. No one uses this math. Sharky, everyone uses this math. How you got up this morning is all this math. So shut it. Let's go. We're going to combine it. Yes, we do. Thank you, everyone, with the yeses. Yes. Now, Antonia, careful. Careful. 6 is negative, 7 is positive. Now, if both the 6 and 7 was positive, yes, I got you with the 13. All right? So now we have negative 6, we have positive 7. So you owe me $6, right? You paid me 7. That's what? You overpaid me $1. So you can just simply say N. Bring down the equal sign. Bring down the 7. Guess what? This 7, if you plug it in for N, it will make that into a true statement. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Okay? I know. And the signs always get that. All right? So that's what you're basically doing. The key thing is you want to isolate the variable. All right? That's what it is. So if you got all these people that want to be nurses, all these people that want to be in the military, all these people that want to be educators, especially elementary education, guys, you have to teach math. If you're going to be an elementary teacher, you're not just going to sit around and play around with kids all day. This is even in daycare, you have to teach math. So you have to understand certain concepts. But in order for you to teach, they're saying you got to learn the algebra. And you're probably saying, well, I'm not teaching algebra in elementary. The reason why they want you to teach up, because if they need to put you somewhere else, they'll put you there. You have no control where you go. Okay? If you haven't figured that out yet, let me teach you. You have no control where you want to go. There may be a particular school, but they're going to put you where the need is. All right? So you have to be covered in everything. Please do not be one of these teachers that just somewhat haphazardly teach math whenever they feel like it, because then, well, maybe you should, because then I wouldn't have a business. Now would I? So maybe I should shut the hell up. All right, so let's try this one. We have 2 times 1 minus 5p. Okay, equals 82. We can solve this one of 2 ways. Now I'm going to write it down twice because I'm going to show you. You can solve this one of 2 ways. But we're going to stick to this one first. Right. Okay, so now let's get it. Here we go. First off, we could distribute. Anytime you see a number outside the parenthesis and it's not being separated by a plus or a minus sign, that's telling me that I need to do distribution. Distribution is multiplication. It's not addition. It's not subtraction. It's multiplication. So when you distribute, you're multiplying. And you have to multiply to everything inside the parenthesis. I don't know how you are with your friends, but if I see one of my friends shelling out $100 to 2 other friends and then skip me, oh, hell no. You know something's going to happen, right? So I want to make sure I distribute to everybody. If you're going to give to one, you give to the other. That's what you need to do. It's either you don't give it all or you give to everyone. That's it. So now 2 times 1, that gives me 2. 2 times negative 5, notice the signs are opposite. Yes, that is a minus sign, but that minus sign acts as a negative. So a positive 2 and a negative 5, that gives me a negative 10p. Bring down the equals 82. Now after you distribute, now we should be thinking as this equal sign as a barrier, because I am trying to get p by itself. All right? So this is how we got to do it. We have this negative 10p. You're the p. Your boo is the negative 10. Here comes 2 trying to be all extra in your business. We don't want you here. We're having a chill time amongst ourselves. Please see yourself out. So we subtract that person out from us. Get to stepping. I don't care what you do with 82. Have fun. All I know is here's my negative 10p. That's me and my boo. Hey, let's do it up. But then over here, we have 82 minus 2. 82 minus 2, guys, that's just regular math. I'm not trying to trick you. You have $82, you spent 2, boom, that's 80. So now, here it comes. You want to be by yourself because your boo acting up. All of a sudden, this person hugged up over here, chit-chatting over here, ignoring you, all the stuff, dancing on tables, acting like he's some kind of craziness. Sorry, reflecting from my divorce. But anyway, we're going to have to divide that person out of our lives. So negative 10 divided by negative 10. That gives me 1. But I don't need to put the 1 because I still got the p. Bring down that 1p. You see how many p's there is? There's just 1 there. So bring down the 1p. Now we got the equal sign. So now we got 80 divided by negative 10. Okay? You got a positive, you got a negative. Opposite signs, they always say opposite attract. Yeah, makes some kind of craziness. So that'll give you a negative. 80 divided by 10. If 80 and 10 is throwing you off because of the 2-digit number, both of them are ending in zeros. Guess what you can do? Cut them things out. So now all you got is 8 divided by 1. That's 8. So your p is equal to -8. That's it. All right. Now you know rocket science. Well, then fly to the moon, baby. Let's go. Jesus. So, as I said, you can do this one of two ways. All right. You can do it starting with the distribution. If you don't like the distribution, you can do this one. Let me slide. Bam. Right here. Now take a look. In between, like I said, between the 2 and that parenthesis, I don't see a plus sign. I don't see a minus sign. That means I'm multiplying. What's the opposite of multiplication? Put in the chat. Okay? We ain't doing no synthetic division. I love you, but we're not doing it. Okay? Do I teach geometry? Yes, I do. Okay? We're doing division. Yes, we're division. We're division. Yes, I should see more of divisions. Whereas I'm not only seeing like 4. Okay, now 5. Now 6. It should be a flood. There's 360 of y'all up in here. Okay, there we go. Division, division, division. Yes. All right? Think of it this way. Okay? Think of it this way. If you're multiplying, you're doing the inverse is division. Why can't we just divide both sides by 2? Why can't we just do that? Okay? When we do that, bam! Let me see what I can bring down. I can bring down the 1. I bring down my minus 5p. I can bring down my, what's 82 divided by 2? 8 divided by 2, that gives me 4. 2 divided by 2, that gives me 1. What? What else can I do? Oh, it's magic. No, it's not. We got -1. Why am I subtracting 1 on both sides? Because to the front of the number is to the left of it. There's not a negative sign there. So that means this is positive. If it's positive, you do the inverse. Bam! Negative. Whatever you do on one side, you got to do on the other side. And the reason why I'm talking about sides, because my equal sign is my split. It's my wall. It's how I even things out. So that means these cancel up. Now, negative 5p is equal to what? 40 minus 1? 41 minus 1 gives me 40. They're like, oh. So now we're going to divide both sides by -5. So -5 divided by -5, that gives me a 1. Do I have to write the 1? No, because I still have the p. Okay? 1p, 1p. Equal sign, equal sign. 40 divided by -5 gives me a -8. Okay, notice, thank you people, you get the same answer. Watch your signs. Okay, watch your signs. You guys can do this. Right? Now you guys can definitely do this. I don't want you to ever think that, oh, the doctor wants me to do some kind of dosage and this person, because you know, they have to weigh you, right? So they're not going to ask you your weight because you know you're going to lie like hell, right? Because you're like, oh, how much you weigh? And you know you weigh like around good like 320, right? Because that's me. And you're going to say, oh, I'm just about like 205. Lie like, And all of a sudden, they're asking your weight, and because they're trying to give you the right dosage, then all of a sudden you get some reactions because you want to lie. Like you lying on your ID. Oh yeah, I weigh like 185. Girl, you haven't weighed 185 since 19. Enough said. All right, come on. The bigger the number possible. Yes. How long is this live for? I don't know, because I need to break all this stuff down. And if you want to, you're going to have the replay because it's going to take me forever. This is where you guys are going to go. All right? This is where you're going to go. And because I know for a fact, you're going to go here, you're going to type in this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, sure as hell do this, and do this for notifications, okay? All right? Because we're getting sick and tired of this. I'm tired of having so many students that's telling me, oh, I need to do my multiplication. You're right. You're supposed to. Come on now. Don't matter how old or how young we are. Let's go. Now, let's expand on this. Because just like everything in life, if we can get it done in one way, we can get it done another way. Let's try this. B plus 7 equals 5 plus 8b minus 8b. What's my answer? I'm literally going to give you a minute. What is my answer? All right, thank you. Okay, we don't have to get too deep with it. What's my answer? What do you think my answer for B is? Because we're trying to isolate the B. Okay, so I got some competitions with a positive 2 and a negative 2. So I got positive 2s and negative 2s. All right. Oh, got someone with a negative 12. All right, Dee, where we going? So Lockenstyle saying positive 2, Spencer negative 2, Nubian Goddess negative 2. Go ahead, girl. All right. Andre negative 2, Kaya negative 2. I wish I can pronounce it with the beautiful sunset with the negative 2. Okay. So this is what's happening. Always take a look. Here's my equal sign. Boom. Right here in the middle. I don't even think I have to go that far. So take a look on one side. Over here, I don't have any like terms. Okay, let's see what's happening over here. I have like terms. 8b minus 8b gives me 0. They cancel out. Okay? We don't have to get a whole dissertation, all that stuff. Cancel that out. So now all we have is our b plus 7 is equal to 5. Okay? Now it doesn't look as complicated. I know for sure some people were like, let me subtract here, do that. You're doing too much. Try to get b by itself. Now we got a plus 7. We have to do the inverse, which is minus 7. We have to subtract the 7 on both sides because we need our b to be equal to itself over here. So now 5 minus 7. You have $5. You want to buy something that costs $7. Well, guess what? You too short by $2. Negative 2. Okay. On the other side. Okay. All right. So we're going to make that tweak. Look, I'm going to tell you, I think I want to say Miguel. Trust me, there's no hope. Baby, I'm trying to put some hope in. And maybe that's my damn problem. Because I care too much. I'm putting myself, stressing myself out, staying up here. And that's another thing. You know, I'm sitting here trying to put together a mock test. For anyone that's putting together their GED, their ASVAB, their TEAS test. You guys are always sitting here complaining, saying, man, I don't feel comfortable with this test. It makes me nervous. It makes me that. So I'm putting together a mock test. And I'm doing it. I'm starting it on Wednesday. Wednesday the 16th. Saturday the 19th. Sunday the 20th. Wednesday the 23rd. Saturday the 26th. The 27th on Sunday. I'm doing it 6 times. If you're interested, reach out to me. Okay? If you're like, okay, I can't do this Wednesday. I probably want to do it Saturday. I want to get the times. The times are right down here. Okay? From 7 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm doing that on Wednesday and on Sunday. On Saturday, I got all my morning people at 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Okay? All you have to do, if you're a subscriber to me, it's $10. Because you know I can't give you anything for free. You won't appreciate it. And then for non-subscribers, it's $15. So all you have to do is subscribe to my TikTok. Hey, it's free. It's a free subscription. Like, you know? But then if you want to get the replay, because I'm going to record the replay, you're literally going to sit still for 59 minutes and work out 35 problems. At the end of that 59 minutes, then I'm going to go over those problems. If you want the copy of the test itself, and if you want the replays, it's going to be $25. So it's up to you. In every session, 6 of them, that's 6 different exams that I am taking time in my evenings and early mornings to put together for you. And you're not going to take advantage of it? All right, bet. Enough said. All right, let's figure out what you need. All right. Yeah, I'm on a 10 right now. On a 10. Okay, sorry. Certification is great, but in life, I'm in healthcare. Never use it. Okay. Right? So, Dave, are you telling me you're not certified and you touching on people? Let's back up. Wait. Maybe I missed something. I'm hoping I missed something because we don't want to put that out there. Because I'm like, wait. Here we go. Okay. All right, so here we go. One more. Let's go. So we got -1 plus, yes, I'm going to step it up. 4 times 4n plus 3. Okay, equals -101. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute. I'm going to give you a moment. Not a problem. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I just want to make sure that you're certified. That's all I'm saying. Because for you to be touching on me, please just make sure you know what you're doing. That's all. That's the only thing. Right? Yep. Okay, cool. Got you. So, Tony, are you working it out or are you guessing it up? Be truthful. Be truthful. Okay. Because I really want you guys to get this. I mean, it's like, I don't know how else to do this. Okay? No, you didn't. That's why I'm asking. Are you guessing it or are you putting it through? All right, so I got Pog with -7. I got Kai with -7. All right. Just need help with one step. Okay, all right. So let me see what that one step is. Okay, you meant -7? Okay, Tony. Just see the 8. Okay. Swear to God. All right. So, let's see how you're doing. First thing, I got this 4. Remember, I need to do my distributive property. Okay? If you want, you could, remember my little short trick? We could add 1 to both sides. Okay? We could add 1 to both sides. So that would take us to 4 times 4n plus 3. And then -101 plus 1, that will give me my -100. Okay? Remember, we can do it multiple ways. No, it's not a decimal. All right? So then, once we get this, now, like I said, you're doing 4 times this. So, what's the inverse of times? Division. Why can't we just divide both sides by 4? Because we've been so programmed, oh, I have to distribute. You can distribute. You don't have to do anything. Only thing that I got to do is stay black, pay taxes, and die. That's it. Everything else is a plus. So now I got negative 100 divided by 4. That gives me a negative 25. Because in order for me to get 4 quarters, that's 25, that's 50. Another 25, that's 75. And another 25, that gives me my whole dollar. By knowing multiplication, you're able to get to that answer so much quicker. You didn't have to whip out a calculator. You didn't have to whip out your iPhone. You didn't have to whip out your Apple phone or whatever else you guys are doing. Soon enough, we're going to be able to do calculations in the sky because it's a holograph. So now we're going to subtract the 3. So that gives me my 4n is equal to negative 28. I don't want to know what 4n is. I want to know what n is. And since I ran out of space, I'm going to put it over here. Because now I got my 4n is equal to negative 28. And what I need to do is divide both sides by 4. So that means my n equals negative 7. All right. How do you subtract? What do you mean, how do you subtract? No, we're not factoring. Not factoring. We're solving. The reason why I know we're solving, there's an equal sign. Okay, we're solving. Why did I think to add negative 25? That's where you got confused. Okay, there you go. You always want to even things out. Okay, you always want to even things out. So my thing is, the goal is we're trying to get 4n, really n by itself. But 4n is attached right now. They're in a relationship. Okay, this plus 3 was trying to be extra. No, we don't need you in. So we subtract that person out. So now you got negative 25 minus 3. So now it's even out. Because if you added that 25 over here, you ain't got anything over here. Everybody's in your business. You know how it feels when everybody's in your business. You're like, can I have a moment, right? That's exactly what it is. You want, basically to the point, you want to get to your alone time. I know some of you guys have kids. You probably could associate with this one time. You can't even go to the bathroom without someone knocking on the damn door. Okay? If it's not kids, it's damn cats. As this cat staring at me like I'm crazy. All right? Okay? Now it makes sense. Yes, you always want to even things out. All right. Let's do another one. I'm not even looking at the tapping. If y'all want to tap, you can tap. Because right now, I'm just on 10. And we need to get this done. Sure. Because I don't care anymore. I don't care about this tapping stuff anymore right now. Maybe tonight, but just right now at this point in time, no. Don't care. All right. So this is what you need. And tonight I'm going to be breaking down radicals. That's another thing. I just want to, Lord, help me. Help my blood pressure because this is crazy. Got me making my twos all kinds of crazy now. All right. Okay. So Justin, how are you? How am I today, General? Whoa. That's all I got. It's not even a meh. It's a woof. Okay. Justin, you failed your math exam last year. Boo. Ready? You listening to me, Justin? That was last year. That's over. Now your time to straighten it out. So what are we going to do? Are we going to run or are we going to fight this? So you got one of the two. I'm not going to coddle anymore, all right? Because you definitely can get this. If my crazy ass can get this stuff to the point that I'm teaching it, Lord knows. Because I sucked at math when I was growing up. Absolutely. And I was put into classes because I wasn't of caliber. And that meant I was a young black girl in a majority white school. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's just put her in here. And it took my parents and myself to get myself out of this situation. I'm not going to let you guys be another situation. Screw that. All right? So we're going to sit here and we're going to get this done. Love you. Bye. All right. Good. It's easy for you too? Good. I'm glad it's easy for you. Then go to another live. This ain't it, unless you're just here for the entertainment. Okay. So now, thinking. Okay, try it. Remember, the equal sign is the barrier. Don't tell me, oh, I can just add the negative 6p and then that will give me 0. Don't make me take a flight and come after you, because that's where I'm at. I'm already at 10. I'm already at 10. Take it step by step. Okay? Look at one side, see what you can do to combine like terms. You maybe might have to distribute. Then take a look at the other side. Do I have any like terms? No. Okay. What needs to move from one side to the next? Please do that. Okay? Thank you. Your dad always just did your homework? Nice. Nice. Gotta love it. That's right so far. Okay. So you're asking for subtracting 7 on both sides? We can do that. I can start there. That's not a problem. We can subtract the 7 on both sides. Make sure that 7 is matched up with this negative 21. You can do that. Some people probably already distribute. That's fine. You can do that as well. Because right now, we're definitely going to have to distribute, because over here, we got another P. Whereas the other times, if I may flip, the other times over here, we just had a number. Okay? The last time we did it, we just had a number. But this time, we have an expression. So we're going to have to do the distributive property. Okay? Okay? So you're confused? Yeah, because you just got here. Like, come on, give yourself a chance. Just sit and observe, okay? We're going to get around to it. So now, we have 2. If I distribute the 2, did you guys know that you can do more than one step on one line? Ha! Shocker! Okay? 2 times 3p, that gives me 6p. 2 times 4 gives me a positive 8. I'm going to bring down my equal sign. I'm going to bring down the negative 6p. And I'm going to combine the negative 21 with the negative 7. They're both negative. So that means my answer is going to be negative. And I'm going to add these two together. So that gives me a negative 28. All right. Now, I know for a fact someone is looking and they're saying, oh, there's a 6p here and there's a minus 6p here. Okay, that's 0. No, it's not 0. Okay, because one's on one side of the equal sign, the other one's on the other side of the equal sign. If they were both on the same side, yes. They were both on the same side, absolutely. Cancel them out. Because we did that, if I may flip, we did that here. Okay, they were both on the same side. That's why they were able to equal 0. But this time, they're being separated by the equal sign. So now, what I can do is I can add 6p on both sides. Okay, so when I add the 6p on both sides, I don't get a 0. I get a 12p. And if I'm bringing my p's over here, that means this 8 needs to go over there. So why don't I just subtract the 8 on the other side? because 8 minus 8, that gives me 0. But I don't need the 0 because I still have that 12p right there. I'm bringing down my equal sign. Now what's left is negative 28 and negative 8. Since they're both negative, my answer is going to be negative. And I'm going to add them together. 8 plus 8 gives me 16. Carry the 1 gives me 36. Now I have my 12p equals negative 36. I think a lot of us know that we're going to divide both sides by 12. And then that will give me my p equals a negative divided by a positive. The signs are different when you're dividing, multiplying or dividing. So it's negative, and it will be a negative 3. Okay. How are we feeling? That was easy. See? You were confused 5 seconds ago. All right. Hey, Danny. All right. 42 years ago. I know. You're feeling good. You're feeling cool. You're good. Yes. When you guys do these problems, when you do these type of problems, you have to take it step by step. You can't try to absorb the whole problem like, oh God. No, because you're going to lose your minds. Take it step by step. You know how to do things. So one of the things that makes all this so much easier is knowing your multiplication facts. You can easily, I don't, maybe Robert does, I'm not sure. Okay, you can easily, and I do mean easily, go online. That's where I found this. Okay, go online, get a multiplication table. Okay, free. All you have to do is just get a printer. And maybe if you do it on your phone, you don't have to get a printer. But here's the thing, you can't just print the stuff out and then don't look at it. It's almost like you hiring me to be your tutor and thinking you're going to get an A in the class because now you have a tutor. No, you still got to do work. You still got to push. You still got to try to understand concepts. But now you have a person that can break it down for you. So that's why I'm also doing all this crazy stuff. Okay? This is why I stay up all these long hours doing all this stuff. Now, if you're just like, hey, I'm thinking about getting my GED, but not for a while. Well, guess what? You can go. I do private tutoring. We have courses that you can get through GED, ASVAB, ACCUPLACER, even foundational algebra. Okay? If you just want the course and you want to just do the self-paced, hey, you can do that. It's going to have videos on there. There's going to be practice sheets with answer keys and a couple quizzes here and there. If you want the course plus you want to get, especially right now I'm doing for July. After July, this is going to shoot down to 2 30-minute tutoring sessions that I can have with you. So as you're working on some things and you're like, you know what, I really still don't understand order of operations, or I'm really struggling with exponents, even though you explained it well, if I can get some practice just to make sure I'm solidifying it, not a problem. Ooh, sorry, I got aggressive. Okay, so like I said, this is for the summer only. Okay, so you got July. I'm actually going to say, yeah, September 1st. I'll keep it that way. All right, so you have that. No problem. Okay, so, and if you wonder, like, how do I get there? Boom, go here. Okay, if you click on my picture, you'll see this highlighted. Go here. Everything you need. How I can get you for this. How I can get some of this. Okay, the math notebooks that I'm using, I created. School is about to start back up in some places in about a month. Some places in about 3 weeks. Teachers have to go back. All right. So if you need some math notebooks to get you situated, to help get you organized from the jump start, If you need a math notebook that will give you the factors from 1 to 200, okay, to help you with factoring, help you with radicals, because we're going to talk about radicals tonight, help you with reminders of the rules of integers, help you with order of operations, exponents, help you with quadrilaterals, help you with volume, help you with the unit circle, or even Pythagorean's theorem. It has all of it, and plus 100 pages worth of notes. This is where you need to go. You can go on the A word, but I only get 50 cents per book. Yes, my idea, I'm only getting on the cheap side. Or you can go to my bookstore and I'll get a little bit more. But it takes like about a week for it to get to wherever you are. It's up to you. Okay? It's up to you. All right. You need it? Go get it. It's here. Okay, ready to go. And then be on the lookout. I'm about to release the left-handed versions of these books. All right? Don't need any co-hosts, so don't even try to plug in. Thank you. All right. So, let's do a couple more. Okay? If you want to tap, you can tap. Let's go. Let's see if I can get to 20. If I can. All right? So, test tip. Okay? If all of this is still confusing and you're trying to pass the test, okay? Your heart is pure. You know you want to be in good intentions. You just want to get this test over and done with. Your test is basically multiple choice. If you want to, you can plug those answers that's listed into the original to get your answer. Okay? It has to be something that's going to be equal on both sides. All right? So if you want to take time doing that, remember, you're basically given like a minute and 12 seconds per question. And that's a long time. If you sit still for 1 minute and 12 seconds, you will see how long that time is. There's going to be some problems that you can know right off the top of your head, and that extra time that you would spend will be on those questions that you need to actually sit down and calculate. All right? So, here we go. Now, here's another one. Oh, this is fun. All right, let me start slow. With this one. So let's say we have 2 over a is equal to yeah, we'll just stick with this. It's equal to 9/3. Okay. What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a proportion. Okay, can you add 7 plus 2? Can you? All right, come on. Let's not waste time. All right. So, here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. That was being rude. I think you were talking about this. No, you cannot. Because that 2 is attached to this parenthesis. Okay, so you can't add the 7 and 2. So sorry. Didn't mean that. That was kind of rude. This is what happens when I'm on 10. Like small questions, I'm just like, want to rip your head off like venom. Okay? All right. So, when you have a proportion, which is a ratio that equals a ratio, you have to do what's called cross multiply, not cross simplify. It's cross simplify when it is just a multiplication symbol. It's called cross multiply when it's an equal sign. So basically, you're going to be multiplying 2 and 3, as well as multiplying a and 9. So when you multiply the a and the 9, remember the 9, the coefficient, always goes before the variable. Then we have our equals. Now we're going to multiply the 2 and the 3. That gives me 6. So, what do I do to get A? No, it's not. Okay. Do I always cross multiply? Pretty much. Pretty much. We're not subtracting. Come on, babies. Come on. We got this. We're going to divide. Because the reason why we're not subtracting, we don't have a plus or a minus sign in between the 9 and the A. That indicates multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. We have to get that down, guys. Have to. And it's not 1/3. Okay? So we have our 9 divided by 9. That gives me 1A. If I don't have to write the 1 because it's understood to be in front of the A. Because there is 1A right there. Now, equal sign. Now we have 6/9. 6/9, that can be reduced. Reduced by what? Thank you, Saw creates her. Okay. Yes, he is. Okay. Yes, there we go, people. Yes, by 3, not by 2, Cookie. Yes, there we go. We're doing it by 3s. We're doing it by 3s. So that means if I divide this numerator by 3 and I divide that denominator by 3, this is what's called simplifying. Okay? It's the same number that both shows up in their 6 and the 9s. And we just divide it. 6 divided by 3, 2. 9 divided by 3, 3. That is your answer. That is your answer. Right? ASMR. Oh my God. Yes. All right? Yes. We divide to simplify. Yes. We look at what do you have in common. What will be our GCF? Okay? What factors are found in 6? What factors are found in 9? And the factor of 3 is what they have in common. All right. There we go. Hey, Fan, how are you? It's been a minute since I've seen you last. All right. So, keep this in mind. I'm shifting. Keep this in mind. All right, so we have, let's say, I could do this one of two ways. So we have 10 halves. And we have 8 and x plus 2. And someone did say, isn't there another way that we can do it? You already know there is another way we can do it. There's always more than one way to do things. Okay? There's always more than one way to do things. Okay? Now, think of what we just did. Let me see if I can unzoom a little bit. Think about what we just did. We have a ratio equal to a ratio. So what we can do is cross multiply. Cross multiplying that. Cross multiplying that. Now, as I want to cross multiply, so we have 10 times x plus 2. So write it as such. 10 times x plus 2. Bring down the equals. Then we have 8 times 2. TikTok. All these stupid puzzle pieces. Let's put the puzzle in the where. Okay. All right. So now, here, it's going to be tough for us. I mean, we could, but you're still going to get a fraction. And I know you don't like fractions, so we're not going to do it that way. Okay, normally I would say, all right, divide both sides by 10, but then you're going to get a decimal over here. And I know you don't like decimals, and then you don't like fractions. You don't like anything that's nice and rounded. Well, guess what? Life is not nice and rounded. But if you want to do the distributive property, I will do that for you. Okay, so we have 10 times x, that gives me 10x. Then we have 10 times 2, that's a plus 20. And that's going to equal 16. Subtracting 20 on both sides. So I have $16. I want to buy something that costs $20. Well, guess what? I'm out of luck because I'm short $4. So now I can divide both sides by 10. And then I have x is equal to negative 4/10. Here's how we're reducing fractions. The reason why I didn't do it earlier. Reason why we're reducing fractions is the 4 and the 10 are both even. When they're even, they've got to be distributed, can be simplified by either 2 or 4 or 6 by another even number. Okay? That's how life works. So the best one would be by 2. Yes, if I try to divide by 4, that works for the 4, but that does not work for the 10. All right? So now I have a fraction of a negative 2/5. So that's what my answer is going to be. Not a problem, Wendy. Yep, it's not easy. It's not rounded. It has ups. It has downs. It has points that you just feel like, why am I here? And then it has those high levels that are like, I'm so glad I'm here. You know, that's the whole thing called life. Every time someone's like, oh, you can do anything you want. Not just because you imagine it, because you work to create it. Okay? Everything when it comes to math, people are always either fight or flight. Oh, this is something new. Oh, I'm not good at it. All right, let me ask to go to the bathroom each and every class. That's flight. Fight is, all right, this is something new. I'm not good at it right now, but let me keep at it. That's fight. So I only deal with fighters. If you're a flighter, go kick rocks. All right? You know? All I know, just try. Just try, and try. Okay? All right. Okay. All right, one more. I'm going to hold inequalities for tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm not about to lose my blessed head. And then I have to calm myself down because I do not feel like having a stroke for some people that may or may not appreciate me. I'll just be another dead person off to the side. Okay? All right. All right. So, you're doing the same thing. Okay? Don't let things fool you. You still have, because all of a sudden we went from pre-algebra to algebra 1. Now we're getting a little bit to advanced algebra 1, algebra 2. All right? So you just went through a whole series. Congratulations. So now we're still cross multiplying. This one. Okay. Still cross multiplying. There you go, Shauna. All right. So set it up. Okay. Set it all up. It's just like if you're about to put together a shelf. You don't just be like, hey, yeah, let me just throw it together and don't look at the directions. No, make sure you have everything that you need. Okay, make sure you have the equipment, the tools that you need. Make sure everything's there before you just start diving in. Okay, makes life so much easier. So I'm multiplying my 6 to the n plus 5. It doesn't matter which way you start. Okay, just start. So that's n minus 5. Then we have our equals. Then we have our 2 times n plus 1. It's easier to put the binomial inside the parentheses. Okay? Make your life easier. I know some people want to be all special with it. You really don't have time. Okay? All right. So now, let's distribute. Because I can't just simply divide on both sides. It's kind of crazy. Let's distribute. Let's take the 6 and multiply it to everything in its parenthesis. Then we're taking the 2 and multiply everything in its parenthesis. All right. So here we go. 6 times n gives me 6n minus 6 times 5 gives me 30. Equals 2 times n gives me 2n plus 2 times 1 gives me 2. This is the part that messes everyone up. Know why? Because right away they're like, oh, 6n plus 2n. No, there is an equal sign. There's a barrier. Okay, can't jump over the barrier. We're not in New York. Okay, trying to get the train and you know just hop it, or try to dive under it and all this other stuff. Come on, even though it's fun. But anyway, we're gonna have to decide where you want to put your ends. It doesn't matter because it's gonna turn out at the end. You're gonna get the same answer. So if you're like, look, I don't want to deal with the negative n, then subtract the 2n. So that means you made a decision. That's math, making decisions. So when you have your 6n minus your 2n, that's going to give you your 4n. Bring down my equals. So if my n's are going to be on the left-hand side, that means my coefficients, or my constants, needs to be on the right-hand side. So that means I need to add 30. Because negative 30 plus 30, that gives me a 0. I don't need the 0 because I have the 4n. We already canceled out these n's. That's how we got the 4n. So now we have 30 plus 2. So 30 plus 2, last time I checked, was 32. Okay? So Eastern Star is saying n is equal to 8 because if we divide, looks like I gotta get a new green pen, divide both sides by 4, and the reason why we're dividing by 4 is because we want to get rid of the 4 in front of the n. So now I got a 1n, or just an n, equals 32 divided by 4 gives me 8. Because if you understand the multiplication, you could do the inverse called the division, working backwards. Okay? I'm exhausted. Like I'm literally sitting here exhausted. Okay? Please follow, subscribe to the TikTok. All right? If you are interested in those tests, if you're interested in those mock tests, let it be said. Okay? I'm willing to work for people. I'm willing to work. I really want you to achieve greatness. But if you don't want to achieve greatness for yourself, I can't help you then. Then I can't help you. And that sucks because I don't know if it's my love language, but I figured out this is my purpose. I want to change my pain of when I was trying to learn math and get through jumping through holes and all this stuff, because there were barriers that I keep putting in front because so many people told me that I would never teach anything with math. You're not strong at math. Look what the hell I'm doing now. This doesn't make, feel good about trying math again? Good. Try it and stop letting your father do your damn work. Okay? You need more practice, and that's fine. And this is what happens. Okay? This is what happens. So if you guys are new to my lives, welcome to the shenanigans called Audrey Codner. All right? Does this happen at this level all the time? No, because I'll probably have a freaking stroke. And I don't want that. I really don't want the paralysis. I kind of like my face, right? I'm really selfish when it comes to that. But I want you to get that feeling of, hey, people thought I was dumb, and now let me show you what I can do. You know what I mean? It's like that whole thing. I don't want to say revenge, but it's just that whole thing of like showing people instead of saying a word. Like really getting in people's skin without saying one blessed word. That is amazing, right? So I want that for you. I want all the haters that you have experienced, like, oh, nursing is really hard. Oh, why you want to do that? Oh, just because you want to help people. There's so many other things you can do. But if that's your passion, then you should be in the books all the time. All the time. If you got a final on the 30th or the 31st and you're taking college algebra and you need assistance, you should be contacting me. That's it. And you're struggling, you should be contacting me. And yes, right now for the month of July, because I still have a couple slots left. Here it is. Okay, for the month of July, I'm doing tutoring sessions at 47. Okay? My tutoring sessions are usually 87, and I'm worth every penny. And if you don't believe me, go ahead, Google me. Okay? Google me. You'll see like 70-something reviews. All of them 5-star. Because I take people into account. I make myself available, which I know I have to stop doing that. But right now, I'm available 7 days a week. But right now, at this moment, I have 7 slots left for the month of July. So if you need assistance, if you got a final exam on the 30th or the 31st and you're doing college algebra and you don't understand what's going on, you need to contact me. So see if we can get you to at least pass. Now, you're not going to get an A because you got me as your tutor. If you do, hey, congratulations, good job, high five. But the whole thing is you're going to have to put forth a lot of effort. I'm here to help translate and maybe simplify what's being taught in your classroom. Because some of the stuff you guys are learning, you don't need to jump through all those hoops. You just need to get right straight to the nitty of the gritty. And if that's what it is, definitely contact me, message me. I'm always looking at my requested message. Message me. All right? Thank you, Michael. Yes, thank you. All right? What's my number? My number is go to my profile and message me. All right? And then once you message me, I'm going to message you back. I'm going to reach out because that's what I do. I'm not faking the front. Now, if you're sitting here telling me you're failing everything, yeah, we're not doing that. If you're sitting here and telling me everything, let's go. All right? Okay. Now, I'm going to end this live. I love y'all. All this, I need to calm my butt down before I have a freaking stroke. And tonight, it looks like tonight I'll be on at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't be late. I'm getting tired of this. And all those people coming in, and I'm like, after doing like an hour, can you show that one thing one more time? Don't make me jump through the whole thing. Don't make me jump through the live. I am trying my hardest not to curse out because I know there's some homeschool kid that's like, Mommy, listen to this woman. She's losing her mind. Yeah. So I am thinking about breaking down radicals, okay? So adding, subtracting, multiplying radicals. That was my plan for today, so I'm going to do it tonight. Okay? Thank you. All right, I appreciate you too. 222, I'm so sorry for jumping on you, but I'm sorry, I was out of 10. All right, so I will see you tonight at 9:30, God willing. And then, yeah, we're going to take it from there. All right, take care of yourselves. Please, I'm proud of you for just sitting here and listening. All right, but let's get this stuff done. Beat them at their game by being successful. That's the only way you can shut them down. That's the only way you can shut them up, is just being successful. That will kill them to the core. All right? Love you. Peace.